Get the Jet to kind of dash in, open up space for you, and then everyone else follows up. But how about this? Donut first two, make it the first 3 kills right through mid-window. That'll play.
All right, okay. So that is a fantastic start. I think it was one of those a collab. That's unreal. Okay, so Spike immediately lost. Just as you were saying, what do they need to do? You know, we had that mid setup, and there was the breach flash available as well from Cath to help Dodo out if it was necessary, but obviously that wasn't the case. So now C9W stuck in a very challenging position, looking to recover this spike, and it's just a mad dash here forward. Okay, and he somehow finding one, so it's looking a little bit better, but now out there in the open by herself, and she will be finished off by Leah Panda. So
and what we kind of saw the replay package from yesterday, Dodonut was having immense value with that opening Marshall, but this little bait that comes out thinking, oh, we'll just delay flash peek.
Now it's the case of, you know, playing that anti-eco and making sure that you really make that round advantage count. And you can see a Cloud9 White working on at least an ultimate orb, so at least guaranteeing some value from this round. And
the thing is, there's no regrowth from Alexis this round here, Dan. So Annie's going to be tagged up to that kind of critical health, making Dodonut's Marshall that much scarier.
Good timing as well up there on the Trailblazer. That's going to allow them to kind of get a sense as to what's going on here. This push into this B site, looking for that plant, that's going to be denied completely. The aftershock coming through, all the utility, it's so hard to deal with here. And Cloud9 White desperately trying to at least get some frags. One will come their way, but here's Cath, the blind going in, and Cath has been set up quite nicely here. Although they will find a way to survive just for a moment longer, but only losing one player, I think that's and not conceding a spike plant, so I feel like they'll be very happy with that.
Onto Cloud9 White in some form. They're trying to get Dodo the Blades, and even though the fault line connects, Blades have been earned, and now we have some big kill potential for TSM in this bonus.
Yeah, just playing the A-lobby control here. Cloud9 White able to get that pressure moving forward. Haven't lost anyone just yet, and actually, I collected the ultimate orb. That did allow the knives to come out, and that's going to yield a kill against Jazzykins. So really big win early on. Again, TSM on the bonus here. So 5 versus 4 advantage. Mel starting to test garage control as well, forcing out some utility. Going for the kill, actually, is going to find it as well, using that weapon advantage, but the trade comes through, and still, Cloud9 White, they're going to have to just send it towards C.
Yeah, the trade is everything, though, if you're TSM. The thing about this is Athena's actually going to stay on site, try to play into her own dark cover, gets out of it just at the right moment, rechanges the angle, and that'll be enough for Andy to get the clean kill. Not enough time for TSM to stop this plant from coming through, Dan, but they're quick, looking for a quick retake.
There it is. The flashes are coming through, and TSM starting to spill onto the site. That crossfire there was perfect for Cloud9 White. Good defensive setup at the end.
Out the sniper rifle in any form, so there could be a natural advantage here for Dodonut not being countered with an opening op fight.
And we're starting to see that, you know, we get the Omen one-way. Those one-ways, I mean, there's so many of them, and now Omen's back in meta. It's really good to see Athena putting that to good use. And Cloud9 White might be fed straight into Dodonut here, top of the B structure, looking to see what she can find, but C9W White working onto that garage control. Not being slowed down. So 3 players here towards C as well for TSMX. So they have players in position, looking to fight for this one.
Wow.
And there is actually a trade, so they're making it hurt here for Cloud9.
Oh, that's an incredible 1-for-1 from Leah. Holds on to Garage position, and Athena the entire way was trying to take care of C Long. So the isolation of that hit, beautiful for TSM. Forcing a rotation back over to A main. Emily, the prediction is great. The flash comes through, looking for the double in the corner, and it's Emily for all 3. What a setup for TSM to take this now 3-1 up.
By round, they're opening default. Where are they putting the pressure? At what times? We saw a stack of 4 players essentially towards C, between C and B, you know, ready to make those plays. And Emily, as you said, you know, getting that forward position as we see to be able to punish when there's only one option left. White.
The thing about this too, Dan, is though, I was about to say TSM is changing up their setup again. You don't have Leah and Athena playing together at C this time. It's Leah in the middle of the map, which actually is allowing Dodonut to get over for an aggressive angle towards A. Not just initially at sewers, by the way. There's a look that could be earned here at A long. The problem is your teammate's kind of bouncing in and out of your scope in front of you and maybe missed an opportunity as Alexis just shoulders, and then it's a Trailblazer looking to clear.
Yeah, so doing a good job against the eco here for Cloud9 Whites. Doesn't really seem like they can gain much ground. So TSM, yeah, really looking powerful at the beginning of this game. And Cloud9 White are just praying for a mistake to be made, an overextension for TSMX, but they know better than to do that. They can wait it out. And there's the spike too.
You're just so comfortable right now for TSM. The opening pick obviously helps that, but Cat into the site, completely unaware. But Cat comes through at the exact right moment to deny the inevitable double that was right in front of Katsumi. So now it's just down to one. And it looks like Dodonut actually still seems to think that they've got an idea of where exactly Jazz is. And yeah, sure, why not? 3 kills for the operating wielding Dodonut. Ton of ultimates available, which would give you the idea that, okay, maybe we can get over towards A quickly. But Seekers defensively are in play for Emily if she so chooses to use them. And the tour also comes through. That'll be enough to take down Athena. But look at the minimap. Dodo wants to take this gunfight. Still lingering just to see maybe there's an opportunity to take this 1v1 scope battle, but decides otherwise, being the only defender at sea.
Yeah, we saw the Seekers get popped there as well to try to get some information here. And Emily with that re-peek is going to get punished again as Cloud9 White will capitalize nicely. 4 versus 2 for them. They have the entire map to play with at this point and time as well. But Mel with that forward position on C Long has cleared so much space already that C is for the taking. And Katsumi, not finding the timing there onto Leah Panda. But it's a 2 versus 3. You know, this is going to be a rough one. TSM are going to be splitting up.
Yep. And the thing is, these trademarks are keeping their flank completely safe, so you know that there's going to be potentially a hit from the backside. You've got the tour to watch over where the spike was planted. Again, just kind of to mention it, Dodonut did take that aggressive peek, got punished for it. So for TSM, clearing this out is a near impossibility at this moment in time. Cloud9 White is fully invested into their setup deep. There's no smokes that could potentially cover this spike whatsoever, so you figure pending Mel doesn't completely whiff shots, this is going to be a pretty easy round for Cloud9 White to lock up. And so it is.
Yeah.
Simply just using Emily's position as a chance to get them out of dodge without having to burn the dash. It comes without conflict, though. Sky smoke being placed, fault line through the middle. Nobody sees anybody. But interestingly enough, Dodonut's going to have an opportunity here maybe to capitalize on Mel, but very quickly Mel backs up as the hit starts to unfold over towards C. Shrouding, the shrouded step is so brilliant for Athena to get back on towards site. The problem is, defensively, they do not hold. Spike on the way in should lead to a free plant.
Yeah, 3 versus 5 retake. Oh, this is a tough one. TSM should probably think about, I mean, saving here. It's a hard one. I mean, you've got that operator and Dodonut as well. This was a nicely played round strategically for Cloud9 White. They put the pressure on A, made it look like a heavy A lobby take, just like they have many times, but they had one lurker there in Mel, and everybody else went towards that C hit, hoping that they'd hit a timing towards C, where there's less defenders there because they are still thinking about that A lobby control, which is pretty much exactly what happened. So outmaneuvering TSMX on the defense for a pivotal round, but again, we mentioned it, you know, this operator from Dodonut is pretty key. So here comes Cloud9 to try to hunt it down.
It's the right call as well, but there's some bodyguards that are in place.
SMX can think about playing retake right now, but there's a Trailblazer, the operator, to follow it up from Dodonut. Looking for that information, and the peak comes. Trailblazer forces them to go off of the angle, and that gives Dodonut a little bit more position. Cloudburst serves as the same, and they really need an opening pick here. That would be so important. A leg and a connection there for Dodonut. That's exactly what they were looking for. Anidro's gone. Anidro had the Rolling Thunder. There is a Rolling Thunder available for TSM X as well, so they are in a massive advantage now to play retake.
And this retake may just be over towards B. Yeah, here come the Seekers. That's going to give some pretty valuable information on where the defense is positioned. But the thing about this is you can let this spike go down and then hit for the Rolling Thunder as soon as you feel comfortable from the Link side. It's the lockdown first. That gets denied. Kath over the top, good help as Athena will be able to neutralize Mel from the central flank, but they don't expect Katsumi to be there, so trades continue to echo across the map, and now all of a sudden the Rolling Thunder may not even be all that valuable because you have a post-plant position for Jazzy over towards mid-window.
They know exactly where the sky is now. Dodonut's going to try to get it to halfway at least. This is very dangerous, though. Is it going to be the full stick? No. And there's a lot of kills coming through right now, and it's looking very bad here. Emily looking to save this one. It is half. Needs to get this. Oh, it's a headshot and a half coming through from Emily to clutch out the round for TSMX. So important. That went... I mean, that...
Initially, when that little pinch play happens through Garage, it kind of mitigates any value out of the Rolling Thunder. Sure, Alexis gets tagged by it, but she's not the first one to make contact. Jazz is making a special play at the end. That is a huge swing in this map, and now the early fault line does land for at least an ability for Donut to capitalize on the left pinky finger of one, and that's Alexis, who will not be able to self-sustain herself.
Interestingly, you know, there is the option here for Anidro to clear the A site with the Rolling Thunder. However, only one player on the site at the moment. It is Emily looking for the Seekers there. That's going to give them all the info. The delay comes through in form of flashes. A one-way gets thrown up there as well. So looking really to try to make this difficult. Nice timing, though, from Mel. Is executing her way through the A site. And the Rolling Thunder is not even necessary. And there's nothing left.
No, there's really no way here that Athena or Leah can come in with Spectres. You can give it a try to play for exits aggressively if you'd like to, maybe a timing to get in late. But I would say just largely, you expect, I think, just a more formidable defense out of Emily and Kath in the first place to stop that aggression coming through. But this is really the first time that we've seen kind of Cloud9 White dive on into the A side, and they do it very efficiently. The question here is, can Leah get out? Oh, yeah, sure can. Fault line connects. Leah looking for possibly more, though, as the hunt is on, and Leah drops the knife and says, "You're going to have to outrun me."
It's running for dear life. Oh, no. Can't get out of dodge in time.
We're going to miss all of them, Dan. There's nobody home. But the thing about this is Dodo's not just happy to take the ground. Going to use the Cloudburst to get deeper and finds Mel in the background. Thank you for the operator. But the thing about this, with all this control that you've gotten through spawn, there are trademarks that were supposed to be there to defend for this post point. So where do you set up the post point here for Cloud9 White?
Yes, this is quite strange here. This after plant setup's going to be a little awkward, but we'll see if they're able to deal with this. It's not like a paranoia or anything like that. These flashes aren't there to help TSM, and very smart stuff from C9 White, trying to take control, playing forward, but kills still coming through from TSM X. Those knives really paying dividends here. Dodonut sending it to spawn and really creating problems here for C9 White. They're fighting for dear life, and Jazzykins with a double right at the end to polish it off. Keeps them in the running 5-5.